Welcome back to Fantasy Football with Amateurs. Two more positions to go, and right now we're going to check out the kickers. So this is a lot easier to rank than the previous couple of videos because there's no difference. I've just got a list of 14 kickers. Is it 14? 14 kickers basically. And I've just picked them in order. I put them in a couple of tiers on myself and then organised it all. Really, so it's kind of organised in 3 tiers. Picking the kickers is quite simple. All I'm looking at, firstly, I need a kicker who's a good kicker, who can actually make field goals, can make conversions. But I also look for someone who's on a team who's likely to have a lot of kicking as well, which I'll go through as I talk about the kickers. But starting off then, so number 1, Young Hoku. Obviously, last season he was an absolute beast. That's not really the word, but he was a top kicker. He could get over 20 points in some games and score more than like skill position on the teams. And the Falcons, they are not the best team at the minute, so they like to kick a lot more field goals, which he can make. So, really, well, number 2, Jason Sanders. I'd much rather have him than Young Hoku, but I can't pass up the history. Young Hoku did finish higher up than him, but Sanders is my number 1 choice, really, to be honest. He's good at kicking. He can make all those like 50 plus field goals. Like he picked me up a lot of points last season. But the only thing is this year, even though I feel like Dolphins may score more touchdowns and kick a few less field goals, that's why he's at number 2, and I'm keeping Koo at number 1. Next up, we've got Tyler Bass. He was one of the Kicking Kings trios last season. We had a guy who picked up 3 kickers at once. He had Sanders, Bass, and he had Bollock. Just hogging them all. And they were 1, 2, and 4 ranked in whatever week I traded with him. So yeah, again, obviously he's going to have lots of kicking opportunities with Josh Allen marching down the field, and he can make a lot of goals. Field goals. Number 4, we're going for Mr. Greg. Last year, I picked him because I read something that's how he's supposed to be good. Obviously, he wasn't that good, and I got rid of him, but that's because they lost Dak. With Dak, the Cowboys should do a lot better in offense this year. Even if they kick the same amount of field goals as last season, they're still going to score a lot more touchdowns. It's a lot more extra point opportunities. So I'll take him at number 4. I'll be happy with that. Justin Tucker at 5 for the Ravens. And then Blake and Ship at number 6 for the Colts. They're both there based on previous seasons' performances. They were very good. They didn't miss a lot of kicks at all. They were like, I'm pretty sure they were top 10 kickers as far as I know. But on the Ravens, on the Colts, both of them are decent teams who are expected to have a lot of offensive opportunities. So that's why they're there, 5 and 6. And then my second tier kickers, 7 to 10. I've organised these. So Matt Prater, he was good at the Lions. He's come over to the Cardinals. He should be better than he was at the Lions. Cardinals should have more opportunities. I just don't think he'll have as much as he did at the top, basically. Robbie Gould, I think he'll get lots of chances to kick field goals for the 49ers. I just feel like their offense is good, but sometimes, especially if they're planning on throwing in Garoppolo and Lance, probably could be a couple of errors here and there. And Garoppolo will probably start stalling through the season as well, so plenty of field goal opportunities. Then Crosby and Suckup, I had a bit of a back and forth. It was the other way around. Then I was like, no, I'll switch it. But Suckup for the Bucks, he'll just do the same as he did last year. They'll score points. He'll score points. They get stopped a couple of times to kick a couple of field goals. And then Matt Crosby, same for the Packers. They'll score points. He'll score goals. But Packers, if Rodgers plays like they did last season, not going to have as many field goal opportunities, which obviously takes away from kicker opportunities. And then the final tier, so they only had 13 kickers. Myers, Butker and Hopkins. Myers is there because of Seahawks shootouts, so he'll just constantly be kicking extra points. So he'll have a decent, constant income of 1 point kicks, plus maybe a field goal here and there. Butker for the Chiefs, again, they're just going to score loads of points. He'll just score loads of extra points and maybe the odd field goal here and there. And finally, Hopkins for the football team, just because someone had him last year and he had a good run. But he's down there. He's my number 13 kicker. I don't plan on picking him unless Kicker King decides to take 3 kickers again. He's just on the list as a reserve, as a player who I know, basically. But that's the kicking list of everyone I think worthwhile anyway. So if you agree with me, and you're unsure about what kickers you want, there's a good list to start from anyway. Right, that's done for now. And now on to the defenses as well.